Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, laws of 1975, State of New Jersey, granting notice of this meeting of the Board of Education was provided in the following manner. On August the 3rd, 2017, notice was dispatched and mailed to the following newspapers: Homewood Tribune, Common Sentinel. Also on August the 3rd, notice was delivered to the office of the Southern Borough Clerk and posted at the Board of Education Administration Building. This was also posted on that date at the South Borough Clerk's office. Roll call.
Mr. Henry.
Here.
Mr. Bezak. Here. Mrs. Beck.
Here.
Mrs. Bush.
Here.
Mrs. Cruz.
Here.
Mr. Nielsen.
Here.
Mr. Zano.
Here.
Mrs. Bennett.
Here.
Mr. Waludo.
Here.
Ms. Brown.
All board members have copies of the minutes of February the 23rd, June 22nd, and July 27th. Your pleasure.
Move the minutes.
Motion by Mrs. Cruz, second by Ms. Gleason. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. And use of facilities.
There was one item on the agenda, prior to graduation for various states throughout the school year.
I'll be abstaining from this one.
Okay. Was there a motion?
Motion to use, move use of facilities in accordance with board policy.
Second.
By Mr. Nielsen, second by Mrs. Beck. Opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Financial report, Ms. Cruz.
Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby certifies that it is in receipt of the financial report which includes a no major account has been overexpended and that sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year. The Finance Committee recommends that the reports of the Board Secretary and the Treasurer of School Monies for June 2017 be approved and so moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Cruz, second by Mr. Zano. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Mr. Fitzsimmons, report. Second.
Hi, thank you. For the month of August, we've been very busy in buildings and grounds and facilities. We spent most of our time ensuring our schools are really ready for the opening of school. Our facilities crew has been doing an excellent job, thoroughly cleaning, preparing our classrooms, and we've also received the necessary filters to remediate any issues with higher than acceptable levels of lead. 18 water outlets were initially identified in need of remediation, but after a second set of testing, only 8 water outlets are in need of remediation. Just in case and to ensure the safety and well-being of our students and staff, we're actually installing filters in all 18 outlets. The outlets have been closed throughout the summer while we waited for the filters, but the filters should be installed and the water retested and cleared for consumption by the opening of school. If we don't have our test results back by the opening of school, we will take other measures. We'll either continue to keep those outlets closed or we will use bottled water as needed. But the filters should definitely be installed by then. Something exciting to share with our South River community. We've recently received a grant to teach STEM education. And this grant is really focused on teaching computer science. Computer science opens more doors for students than any other discipline in today's world. Learning even the basics will help students in virtually any career, from architecture to zoology. And just as we teach students how to dissect a frog, how electricity works, it's important for every 21st century student to have a chance to design an app, to design and understand an algorithm, or to learn how the internet works. A 2015 Gallup poll found that 9 out of 10 parents want schools to teach computer science. And our children will grow up not just using technology, but really learning how to create it, how to keep modernizing it. A survey of high school students shows that computer science ranks among students' favorite subjects, only behind graphic design and performing arts, which also rate very, very high. Now that computing is the #1 source of all new wages in the U.S., it's important that every child should have access to learn computer science in schools. In addition to that, New Jersey will soon join about 20 other states nationwide who are going to require some sort of computer science components within our standards. So to stay ahead of the curve and to be prepared for when that comes to be, in May, I actually applied for a grant with Code.org to fund an initiative to bring computer science instruction to South River. And I'm happy to report that we have been awarded that grant, which includes professional development for our teachers, resources, a curriculum, and consultation services, which is probably the most important part of the grant, because those consultation services will help us build a long, sustainable plan to move this initiative from K all the way to grade 12. So it's not just a one-stop shop, but it's really just helping us put this program in place for the long term, which is really exciting. So Code.org, which is where the grant is coming from, is a national nonprofit organization, and their mission is really just to expand computer science instruction and bring it to schools and districts like ours. We will begin this year with our elementary students, and Code.org will offer a high-quality curriculum and prepare our educators to introduce the basics of computer science in a format that's fun, accessible, and relevant to our youngest learners. And then we will continue to expand the program to our higher grade levels as we move forward. The first training for our teachers is actually happening September 1st and September 5th. We're about to put that out to our teachers along with just an explanation of the program and this initiative. So we're really excited about that. The next part of my report is devoted to the additional state aid. And I talked about this last month as well in my report, and I explained that the district had received approximately $277,000 in additional state aid. We've used that funding to bring back the necessary classroom teachers that we needed to reduce class size. That was really the priority for the district. We were concerned about some of the class size that we had due to some of the positions we had to eliminate. So the first priority for the board, for the district, was to reduce that class size and bring those teachers back. So as a result of being able to do that, our K2 classes are remaining under 23. I saw some class size numbers today. It looks like 19, 20 in some of our sections at the kindergarten level and first grade level. So we're really happy with those numbers. In 3-5, our class sizes are all under 25. It's August, and sometimes in August we still get some newcomers. So those numbers can slightly fluctuate, but we feel pretty confident with where we are in class size. We also use the district's administrative reorganization and a portion of the additional state aid to hire a director of curriculum and instruction. And this places the district in a position to meet all of our curriculum-based compliance regulations, which there are many of, and really just sets us in a direction towards higher achievement and academic gains. So we're really excited about that. And we also believe in building-based support, which is critical and a priority. As a result, we have reorganized some central office positions, and we reassigned one of our current supervisor positions to the elementary middle school campus as an assistant principal position to give that school some support. This reorganization was cost-effective, but it also ensures that students, teachers, parents receive the necessary attention and support. And finally, one of the other things that we're really happy to bring to the table is we are using grant funding to institute a position focused on character education and implementing proactive programs that reduce incidents of bullying, increase students' abilities to interact in a positive, supportive, and successful way. So we feel like very confident that we're able to now have the people in place that we need to really get things done and move our district forward. We are committed as a district to make sure our teachers are coming back and are prepared, and that they have the necessary resources and support to welcome our students back to school, which is, I'm not sure what the countdown is, but it's coming fast. It's coming fast. We have an upcoming orientation session for our new teachers and staff. We also have staff development days on September 1st and 5th, which includes time for our teachers to prepare their classrooms and also their instructional program, and just really be ready to open the doors on day one. Very recently, we've updated our district website, if you have noticed that. And one of the things that will be up on the district website probably latest by Monday or Tuesday, this coming Monday or Tuesday, is an updated calendar So please, I encourage you to go to that district website, check out the calendar, and see what the upcoming events are at each of our schools. We have open houses, we have many events, and then I will also be putting on that calendar some meet and greet sessions, because I still have so many more people to get to know and to meet as well. So please be on the lookout for our district website and the calendar. And that was a lot, and I think that's it. So concludes the superintendent's report for the month of August.
Board members, your pleasure.
Motion to move the superintendent's report.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen, second by Mr. Andre. Comments, questions?
I just wanted to know, in the spring, we normally get a list of activities that the board should consider being at. Can we get one for the fall as well, that has already, I know we got the back to school nights, but I'm sure there's other things that we should be looking into attending.
Especially
there, yeah.
Yeah,
as we get closer to all the concerts and
Sure.
things and
just want to see in January, and then we can always,
Sure, we can definitely do that.
yeah, it doesn't have to be a full year, but just like the first couple months.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, one other thing I'd like to just add to this. Starting at the next public meeting, the superintendent's report is going to have a slight change. We didn't do it this evening because if there's any questions anybody might have, you could bring it up. But then the changes line, basically, the approval of the substitutes will be under the Human Resources Committee agenda. And also the placement of out-of-district students, the monies that are being spent, and that would go under the Finance Committee. Instruction and instruction.
No, not yet, just instruction.
just instruction.
Just instruction, okay? Okay. So if anybody has any questions or anything else like that, if not, take a vote for the approval of the superintendent's report.
Mr. Andre?
Yes.
Mr. Bezak?
Yes.
Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mrs. Bush?
Yes.
Mrs. Cruz?
Yes.
Mr. Nielsen?
Yes.
Mr. Zano?
Yes.
Mrs. Urbanic?
Yes.
Mr. Weatherly?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, and I'm going to the next portion of the superintendent's report. I am going to turn over to Nicole. She has a presentation for us related to our school self-assessment and our self-assessment grades in anti-bullying.
Thank you for having me here tonight. I gave everyone a copy of the presentation. It should be in front of you if you have it. If you need a copy, I have more. But I'm here tonight, like Mrs. Zurcher said, to present the school self-assessment for determining grades under the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights Act. I will give a quick overview. The Commissioner of Education is required to grade each public school and school district's efforts in order to implement the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights Act. Using the self-assessment tool, each school in South River evaluated the implementation of the ABR, which is the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights, from July 1st, 2016 through June 30th, 2017. The self-assessment tool includes 8 core elements which address all of the ABR requirements for schools. The school climate safety teams worked together. They were assigned a rating for each indicator based on the criteria and available documentation. So after that, the next steps included being here tonight to present to the Board of Education, and after this, submitting to the NJ DOE prior to September 30th of 2017. The NJ DOE will then review our data and create and issue the school and district a grade report during this school year. Official grade reports will be reviewed at a public Board of Education meeting after receiving the official grade report from the New Jersey Department of Ed. Official grade reports will be posted on our district website after receiving that grade from the NJDOE. So here are those self-assessment core elements that the groups worked on to assess our program. The first was our HIB programs, our approaches and initiatives. Second was training on Board of Education approved HIB policies. Number 3, other staff instruction and training programs. Number 4, curriculum and instruction on HIB and related information and skills. Number 5, HIB personnel. Number 6, school-level HIB incident reporting procedures. Number 7, HIB investigation procedures. And number 8 was the reporting of HIB. Using a rubric with certain point values, the groups then met to decide how our schools performed. 3 would be exceeding, 2 meeting the requirements, 1 partially, and 0 not meeting the requirements at all. Assigning of the school district grade was calculated by averaging the total scores on the self-assessment from all schools in the district. The next slide then shows the evidence and findings based upon that data. If you look there very quickly, I could show you that the 4 schools, the primary school, elementary school, middle school, and high school, all of them met or exceeded expectations and standards. In all of the 8 core elements, in each of the core elements, there were various indicators. So for core element number 1, the highest score attained would be a 15. You could see that many of our schools, all of our schools did great. And the same then continues. Core element 2, the highest was a 9. Core element 3, the highest was 15. Core element 4, the highest was 6. Core element 5, the highest was 9. Core element 6. Core element 7, the highest achievable score was a 12. Core element 8, 6 was the highest. So there you can see the total scores, which we did very well. Some commendations that I drew based upon this evidence. All schools met or exceeded the requirements in all 8 areas of reporting. Based upon the data that I had in front of me, there was accurate investigation and accurate reporting procedures. There seems to be a very effective program that is being offered to our students, and there seems to be ample opportunity to reflect and enhance the programs that we have. Some recommendations that I have are to continue to seek additional training opportunities and to review the policy. And I would strongly encourage and ensure that all members of each school's safety and climate team, every single member is really present to evaluate the implementation of the ABR. In my findings, I found that 3 out of the 4 schools included every single member, but there was one where just one member was the person evaluating. Which is not wrong, but my recommendation is moving forward to really have everybody's team input. Moving forward, there is an initiative that's coming down the pike, starting very soon in the primary school. It's an initiative called Restorative Discipline. It's a program that is designed to help students improve their behavior, strengthen their learning, and to really look at a whole school approach to make sure that it's positive and the language that we are using is coherent and cohesive, to really help to build school climate and to address student behavior that fosters belonging over exclusion and social engagement over control and meaningful accountability. My hope is that in the position I am in now is to start it at the primary school and eventually continue that program throughout the district.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you very much.
If I may, Mr. President, I just want to thank Mr. Jordan and everyone involved in this for doing such a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. York.
Thank you.
For a very thorough presentation. Does anybody, if you would, have any questions? Comments? Okay. Mrs. York, anything else?
That's it.
Okay, we will
Yeah.
Well, we put it on the
You put that in the consent.
Oh, okay.
Put it on there.
Then we will continue with the committee reports. Any transfers to the athletic committee?
I know the fall sports are underway. I've seen, I think the boys football team must have had a scrimmage or something the other day when I was through here. Otherwise, that's it with the, sort of, close my report. We're not what's going on yet.
The building and grounds, Mr. Knight?
Under buildings and grounds,
Yeah.
the report of the supervisor of buildings and grounds is in your package. There are a lot of things going on, as our superintendent, Ms. Zurcher, pointed out. We are getting ready for the opening of school. It's a busy time, believe it or not, even though it's summer vacation for most everyone. There are a lot of things going on. I hope everybody noticed the very nice hallways as you walk down the hallway this evening to get to this facility. And if anybody has any questions or comments regarding buildings and grounds, otherwise that concludes the supervisor of buildings and grounds report.
And the finance committee, Mrs. Cruz?
Thank you. We have 9 items for this evening. 1, accept 2016-17 non-public transportation aid. 2, approve tuition contracts preschool program 2017-18 school year. 3, approve award contract 2017-18 and Mentum Middle School. 4, accept FEMA aid funds. 5, approve requisition for tax service, debt services taxes. 6, approve tax requisition. 7, approve line item transfers. 8, approve requisition list. And 9, approve award contract 2017-18 to Joe D. Blanco Group. This will conclude my report.
You want to add anything? No? Steve Charters, Mr. Knight?
There are three items. Number 1, approve professional development and travel expenses 2017-2018 school year. The revised copy is given to all board members. Number 2, approve curricula guides, and those guides are as follows: advanced algebra, algebra 2 honors, restorative discipline, and TV 36, marketing and media 1. And that's all I have.
Anyone have anything to add? No?
You have number 3.
Yeah, one more.
One more,
One more.
number 3.
Do I?
Number 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Approve, accept grant from code.org. And that's the grant that Mrs. Zurcher explained earlier in the meeting. I'm sorry. Thank you.
And negotiations, then, Mr. Martin?
As far as negotiations, we do have 2 sidebar agreements, one with each of your bargaining units, and we have a second mediation session scheduled with the SREA and the NJEA reps on Tuesday, the 5th, to start the school year off. And we hope to resolve the negotiations that night. If we can get a meeting of the minds, we will be done that night. That's our plan, that's our hope.
Thank you. And policy, Mr. Bush?
Sure, there's one item on the agenda today, and that's to approve the new job description, C2C, Supervisor of Special Programs, Climate and Culture Specialist. And that is all.
Anyone? Okay, Mr. Nielsen, you have anything?
42. Yep, 42. Okay. 1, approve appoint Joanne Corso, part-time physical therapist, 2017-2018 school year. 2, approve appoint Melanie Ringel, part-time speech therapist, 2017-18 school year. 3, approve appoint Seema Wolf, part-time occupational therapist, 2017-18 school year. 4, approve appoint Demi Burke, high school math teacher, 2017-2018 school year. 5, approve appoint Kevin Feaster, middle school special education teacher, 2017-2018 school year. 6, approve appoint Aaron Coffey, primary high school art teacher, 2017-18 school year. 7, approve change in status Cynthia Costa, elementary school nurse, 2017-18 school year. 8, approve renew Stephanie Philpott, primary school teacher, 2017-18 school year. 9, approve appoint additional volunteer coaches, 2017-18 school year. 10, approve intermittent family leave Cynthia Colilillo, an elementary school special education teacher, 2017-18 school year. 11, approve intermittent family leave Mark Wojciechowski, custodian, 2017-18 school year. 12, approve intermittent family leave Janice Kaminsky Cordes, primary school teacher, 2017-18 school year. 13, approved disability family leave, Maria Gartenberg, elementary school special education teacher, 2017-18 school year. 14, approve appoint additional anti-bullying staff, 2017-2018 school year. Approve additional adult school staff, 2017-2018 school year. 16, approve appoint co-curricular advisors, high school, 2017-18 school year. 17, approve appoint translators, 2017-18 school year. 18, approve appoint co-curricular advisor, middle school, 2017-2018 school year. 19, approve employee wages and salaries, 10-month employees, 2017-2018 school year. 20, approve transfer Lynn Boyler from high school physical education teacher to full-time primary elementary school physical education teacher. 21, approve transfer Allison Corelli from part-time primary elementary school physical education teacher to full-time high school physical education teacher. 22, approve transfer Kelly Robinson from part-time primary school special education teacher to full-time elementary school teacher. Approve reassignment of Jennifer Miller from middle school English language arts teacher to middle school social studies teacher. 24, approve reassignment Doreen Zadlock from middle school special education English language arts teacher to middle school English language arts teacher. 25, approve reassignment Allison Stafaro from middle school special education science teacher to middle school science teacher. 26, approve salary adjustment Cassandra Juba, elementary school special education teacher, 2017-2018 school year. 2017, approve resignation Elizabeth Westerweller, middle school social studies teacher, drama club advisor, grade level coordinator, grade 8. 28, approve family leave Vincent Mazzelli, primary elementary school music teacher, 2017-18 school year. Page. 29, approve resignation Vincent Mazzelli, primary elementary school music teacher. 30, approve resolution, separation agreement with employee number 4523. 31, approve appoint Michael Matkowski, middle school special elementary teacher, 2017-18 school year. 32, approve reassignment Nicole York from 11-month supervisor of pupil services to 12-month supervisor of special programs, culture, and climate specialist. 33, approve rescind appointment Holly Kaplan, elementary school co-drama club advisor, 2017-2018 school year. 34, approve adjustment in stipend amount, elementary school co-drama club advisors. 35, approve leave of absence Bernadette Haas, lunch aide, 2017-18 school year. 36, approve appoint Haley Newman, high school special education teacher, 2017-18 school year. 37, approve appoint Rebecca Joba, high school special education teacher, 2017-18 school year. 38, approve appoint Jennifer Fox, part-time primary school special education teacher, 2017-18 school year. 39, approve appoint Jordan Fish, elementary primary school music teacher, 2017-18 school year. 40, approve appoint Stacy Zimmer, part-time elementary school reading development teacher, 2017-18 school year. 41, approve appoint Irina Berger, part-time primary school ASI basic skills teacher, 2017-18 school year. 42, approve appoint Susan Owens, primary school reading specialist, 2017-2018 school year. And I so move.
Motion by Mr. Yasi.
There's no motion. No motion.
That's not right.
Roll on that.
I
want to keep going.
I know, I want to get out of here, I understand,
If
Mr.
you want to keep it going, just repeat it.
Just one question I have. This man does, as of today, fill all the staffing requirements for the beginning of the school year?
That's correct.
Good. Good job. That's quite an accomplishment.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Zimmer.
Okay, anyone else? Safety and risk management?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I have one on the agenda tonight. It's approved route number NP 202A 0 Jointure, St. Bartholomew, East Brunswick Board of Education, 2017-2018 school year.
And Mr. Reeves, like anything?
Yes, this past week, the Community Relations Committee met with researcher Brian Darty to discuss a district social media initiative. We agreed that Facebook was going to be a good place for us to start. We look forward to get that up and running.
Oh, good.
That's all I have.
Do you have about the time limit in order to get it all implemented?
We're hoping September, but we want to make sure that,
Yeah.
and of course, this will be in addition to the website, the district website.
Oh, good. Anyone else? Okay. This time we'll open the meeting to the public for any comments or questions on those particular items that have been on the agenda. Anyone? No? Close the public portion. And we'll then proceed to the consent resolution.
The South River Board of Education, by means of a consent resolution, adopt various resolutions of a routine and non-controversial nature at one time. Whereas below list of resolutions are hereby adopted by said Board of Education in whole as if the same were individually acted upon. The finance items 1 through 9, construction items 1 through 3, the negotiations items 1 and 2, policy and legislation item 1, human resources items 1 through 42, and safety and risk item 1.
Under superintendent's schools, number 2, Mr. President.
Well, we already included that one under the superintendent's report.
I'm just asking because you told Mr. Rosanna at the end of the consent resolution.
No, we didn't.
As long as it's been moved, it's been
No,
moved.
we don't, put it under the superintendent of schools vote. That's how we placed it. Well, thank you.
Anyone else? Roll call.
First, I need a motion.
Motion?
Cruz.
Motion by Mrs. Cruz.
Second.
Second by Mr. Nielsen. No.
Then, Mr. Andre.
I have one, under human resources, number 7, I'm going to abstain on that one. Everything else, yes.
Mr. Bezak.
Yes.
Mrs. Beck.
Yes.
Mrs. Bush.
Yes.
Mrs. Cruz.
Yes.
Mr. Nielsen.
Yes.
Mr. Rosanna.
Yes.
Mrs. Urbanic.
Yes.
Mr. Weatherly.
Yes, motion so carried. Liaison for the council, Mrs. Cruz.
I don't have a report for this evening, but I wanted to see if maybe we could set up a meeting for maybe the end of September, beginning of October, just to get reacquainted and back to school, but I also don't want to make it right in the beginning of the school year, because I'm sure everybody's very busy.
Mr. Cruz, did you, okay. Anyone else? Add to it? Okay. Yes, Cindy?
Gonna do old and new business?
That's on the agenda lower.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we didn't get that one yet. The public library
I have nothing at this time.
and the foundation.
Sorry, yeah. The meeting actually this month was canceled, so we don't have anything right now. I do know that the next meeting's going to be September 19th, and that's a tentative date right now because there's a conflict with the back-to-school night, and I'm sure Shanetta, when she looks at the dates, might readjust that. So right now, it's the 19th in this room, 7 o'clock.
And PTA.
Obviously, it's a quiet summer. I mean, they're starting, the PTAs I know are starting to gear up. Back to school nights are scheduled as follows. Tuesday, September 12th is the primary school. Wednesday, September 13th is the high school. Thursday, the 14th is the middle school. And then the following Tuesday, the 19th is the elementary school, which is one of conflict with historically.
And then SEPTA had a meeting in August. They actually did in the library. They're taking a different format this year, and what they're doing is they're going to have guest speakers at their meetings each month. So this past August, they did have a presenter. They already have 3 set up for upcoming meetings. Danielle did not give me specific who's going to show up at which time slot yet, but she does have 3 lined up. And we'll get E-RAMs as far as being notified as to when, where, and who.
And the topics.
Topics, one was about being a student advocate. One is going to be about children being comfortable in their own skin is the topic. She set up a couple parent cafes so that you can meet with the student advocate to make sure you understand how to read your child's IEP.
Well,
So yes, she's been busy this summer.
yeah. Anyone else? Okay, now, student rep, Ms. Brown,
No report for this evening.
getting ready for the next couple of weeks,
What?
getting ready and
Yes. Finishing up all my summer work.
This week.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
And Old and new business, Mrs. McMahon?
Yeah, I'd just like to report a very nice article in the South River Historical and Preservation News. We do have a South River Historical and Preservation Society in town, which I know many of us are members. Our former student representative to the board, Alexis DeFaro, won the 2017 Richard K. Myers South River History High School Essay Contest. It's a very well-written essay, which is attributable to South River Public Schools. I'm going to give this to Ms. Zurcher, and she is going to see if she can get it up on our website. What I really liked about the article is one of the common themes throughout it was her reflection and the importance that she placed on being part of the community and what a big part the South River school system played in that. Throughout the article, just her different years in the different schools are cited in there and what she remembered about going through the school system and the many friends that she made and she knows that she will keep. So I just wanted to point that out if anybody else gets it. I don't know if it's available online on the South River Historical Society's website. It may be, but you're going to make sure.
I will.
And
Thank
it's
you.
up on our website. Alexis DeFaro won the award.
Congratulations to you. It's wonderful.
Anyone else?
I just want to say what a pleasure it was to drive down Montgomery Street. What a great job they did.
Anyone else? Yes.
I was asked by the project graduation to ask if it's possible if they can put any information on the school website about the coming activities.
Sure. Yes, send me what you'd like posted.
Okay, thank you. And then also, they have a public service announcement. They're currently selling 2 separate raffles. One is 2 tickets to the Yankees for September 14th evening game. And there are 2 tickets for a Mets game on September 24th, I believe, at a 7:10 game in the evening. So raffles are $10 a chance. You can pick which team, or you can do both if you like. But they are currently selling them through, and I believe they're going to pull the first day of school, the winner. They're only selling 200 tickets, so chances are very good.
Mrs. Cruz, where can we go?
I'll see you afterwards, and I'll get you a ticket.
Yeah, also a public service announcement, according to Mr. Zano, that solid yellow line
Yeah.
down Montgomery Street now is a no passing zone. So when everybody's jockeying out there in the morning for positions to get your child up to the curb, just remember, double solid yellow lines means no passing, and that's going to be enforced, so pay attention. Safety of the children is paramount. I can guarantee it'll be enforced if you start passing people when you shouldn't be. So,
And that ticket carries points.
yes, it does.
Good.
I can hear a horn honking is going to be happening.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. That's also, that's also one of April Sundays.
Anyone else? No? We'll open the meeting to the public for any comments or questions on any item whatsoever. Anyone from the audience? Seeing none, close the public portion. Entertain the motion for the payment of bills.
The Finance Committee recommends that all bills presented having been certified by the school business administrator, board secretary, be paid as listed in the so moved.
Motion, Mrs. Cruz.
Second.
Second, Mr. Nielsen. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Motion for adjournment.
Nielsen, back.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen, second by Mr. Beck. Comments? All in favor?
Yeah, like, so says, right?